All right, so let's take a seat. Let's get started with this practice. This today will be a practice of strength. On Wednesdays, we tend to be a little more active. So when I say strength, I don't mean power yoga necessarily, but just tapping into both our physical strength and also our inner strength and our mental strength. So as you take these first few breaths seated here, just let yourself mull that word over, strength. What does that word mean to you? And with the word strength in mind as just a gentle mantra, let's soften or close our eyes. Your palms can press down in a grounding gesture or turn up in a gesture of being open, your choice. Notice if there's any tension in your body, or let's say notice where the tension is in your body, because we all carry stress and tension. Where is that? And when you find a little pocket of tension, just see if you can let it go. Just breathe it out. Taking deeper breaths and just continuing to scan the body for these little places where tension parks itself. I'm going to pay a little extra attention to our shoulders today. So let's start with a gentle movement. On your inhale, pull your shoulders back, push your chest forward. And on your exhale, let's let the shoulders come forward and the shoulder blades open up. And we'll do a few of those with breath, inhaling to press the chest forward and exhaling as we round the back gently and open the shoulder blades. Movement with breath. And just noticing that the shoulder blades glide, they literally float on the back of the rib cage. So see if you can feel that, the shoulder blades almost kissing each other in the back and then stretching apart from each other. Let's add a lift. So the shoulder blades lift up and then they touch together and back and drop down. Let's do that a few times, just rounding, lifting, stretching through the shoulders. And then reaching the arms straight out to the sides, turning the palms up and squeezing the elbows in, feeling just a little different sensation in that upper back. Inhale to open out. Exhale to squeeze in. And let's exaggerate that movement just a little bit. So give a little extra tightness back there and then relax that tightness as you open. You kind of can you make it drastically different, the squeezing and the releasing. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, open. We'll do one more. And then draw the left arm across the body. Let the right arm come up just above the elbow and give a little stretch here to the backs of the shoulders. You can bend that left elbow and then we'll just lift and lower, still pulling that arm close to us, but allowing the left shoulder blade to feel some space and opening. And opening the arms wide again. Take the right arm across, hook with the left elbow, gently pull the arm towards you, bend the right, and then we'll just start to lift and lower. The arms are kind of like you're going into eagle pose, but you haven't quite yet bound the pose. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Finding that space and then opening up again. Allow the fingertips to come behind, lean back into the hands, and let's take a deep breath, opening through the chest and shoulders. And on your next exhale, let's come away from our seat onto our knees. And settling our hips back for a moment into child's pose. This pose gives us a chance to take our attention off of the outer world and bring our attention to this inner world. Taking a moment here to stretch the fingers to the top of the mat, the tailbone to the back, and just checking in with what it is that brought you to your mat today. How do you want to be here on your mat? Rock one armpit toward the floor and then the other. Just start to ease into that space of the outer upper back. Who is the person that you meet here in this inner world? Let's release the elbows to the earth, planting the hands flat. Knees come a little closer together. And then tucking our toes, we'll lift up into dolphin. Dolphin is a pose of strength. It's often used as an alternative to downward facing dog when people have wrist issues. But for today, we're going to use this pose to just help us check in with our strength. So the strength to press down into the earth, the strength and stability around our shoulders, the strength in our core. Steady, slow breaths, dolphin pose. Let's raise one leg up, point and flex the foot, circle the ankle. And then slowly switch. Opposite leg up, little circles. And lowering down. Setting the knees back on the ground, coming up to our hands for cat and cow. So just feeling the base, the foundation of this pose that allows us all of this movement of the spine. So pressing the hands into the earth, continuing to feel that strength, that rooting down, and ease in the spine, the shoulders, the hips. Finding a neutral spine, let's tuck our toes, lifting into downward facing dog, pedaling the heels. So as we just look at our strength, we look at this inner world, remembering that yoga is a practice. We didn't come here to be perfect, to perform. So for today, just feeling strength, inner and outer. How is down dog different when you're focusing on strength, stability, holding your own weight? Take a deep breath. Let that breath go and walk your feet to your hands. Come into a wide forward fold. Let your pinky toes touch the edges of your mat. Hanging here, nod your head yes, shake your head no. Long exhale. Touching fingertips to elbows, gently drag yourself forward even more here. Bend your knees if you need to. We're going to keep our hands on our elbows as we lift halfway. So we're going to want to bend our knees more and come up into what some might refer to as bear pose. And then exhale, ragdoll. Starting to use that Ujjayi breath. Feeling your strength. So as we come into these postures that require a little more strength, the challenge is, again, to not perform, push, strain. We're not here to do yoga, right? We're here to be yoga, to be a connection with ourselves. Coming back into that bear pose, release the arms, and then we'll come all the way up to standing. Feet a little closer together. Exhale, arms down to the sides. Reaching behind, interlacing the fingers. Take a nice deep breath in through the chest. On the exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Keeping those hands connected, let's come up again. Inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, lower. Standing again in mountain pose, release the arms all the way up. Take the left fingers around the right wrist and stretch your body up and over. We'll feel this nice side body stretch. Deep breath. Long exhale. Strength. Come back to center and switch. What is waking up in your body? What are you noticing? Where is your strength? Arms high, cactusing the arms, open up into a little back bend. Breath, space, opening. Let the hands come to heart center and hinging from the hips back into forward fold. Allow yourself to exhale long and loud. Let's inhale to a half lift and exhale back, downward facing dog. Shifting forward into plank pose, finding strength here. And on either knees or toes, let's lower halfway down, chaturanga. Coming into cobra or upward facing dog. And sending our hips back again, downward facing dog. Connecting these physical movements with our mind, these physical movements with our bigger self, all of us here. Looking forward, the feet come to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reaching high, extended mountain. And hands to heart. Sun A, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shifting forward, plank pose, knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Opening to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe here, everybody. Looking into this inner world, seeing the self here, the strong self here. Looking forward, the feet to the hands, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rising high. And bringing hands to heart. One more time. Sun salutation A. Lift high, bow low. Breathe into that flat back and exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take a vinyasa, knees or toes. Meeting in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, feeling your strength. Physical strength rooting down into the earth. The magnificent world of inner self, inner strength. Deep breaths. Feet come to meet the hands. Let's inhale, half lift, and maybe even with a sigh, forward fold. Sweeping the arms high, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here. Breathe here. Notice if there are any places of tension showing up. Give them your breath. In this practice of strength, I'm going to offer 2 fast Sun B. We're going to move quickly. Movement with breath. And please listen to your body. Slow down when you need to. Modify if you need to. I'm just going to take us through the exact script of Sun B. Warming us up. So on an inhale, arms reach. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa, knees or toes. Into your body. Modify as you need to. On your in-breath, the right leg lifts high. Exhale, stepping that foot through, drop the heel. Rise up, everyone. Warrior one, 1 breath. Exhale, hands to mat. Take a vinyasa, high to low. On your inhale, left leg lifts, stepping through, rising up, and settling back down for 1 more vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog or child's pose. Pause here for a few breaths. This physical movement provides infinite opportunity for healing, for learning, for building strength, for inner growth. Looking forward, the feet come to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rising high, extended mountain. Exhale, sink into chair. 1 more time through that sequence. Sun B, rise high. Bow low. Lift halfway. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa, knees or toes. On your inhale, right leg lifts and steps. Rise up, warrior one. It's fast and furious. We'll slow it down after this. Take a vinyasa. Left leg up and through. Rise high, friends. Deep breath. Hands to mat. 1 more vinyasa. The last one. Knees or toes. And this time, let's meet in child's pose. Allow your breath to come back to your body. A sense of well-being. A calmer mind. Ready. Downward facing dog. We'll bring our feet to our hands, forward fold. And then that big bend back in the knees, finishing that sequence in a pose of strength, Utkatasana, chair pose. I hope you're not angry with me after all that. Put a smile on your face. The body is warm. We get to move into some deeper stretches. Let's let the hands come to heart center. Sinking just a little bit lower, we'll twist to the right side. Left elbow touches the right thigh. Hands press, chest opens. Breathe deep. Mind and body connected here. Awareness of breath all together. Come back to center and switch. Right elbow, left knee. You might feel your belly pressing into your thighs. Let's release to a forward fold. Shake out your legs. We'll keep our right foot where it is. Step the left foot back, lowering the back knee. Come into a kneeling lunge. Placing both of our hands on the inside of the right foot, let's drop the right knee out to the side. So we're coming to that outer edge of the foot. If anything starts to feel like sharp pain, just come back inside that border a bit. Just checking in here. Feeling your physical body in this shape. You can stay up or drop to one elbow or maybe two elbows. Checking in with our breath, the subtle body, our energy. Checking in with our thinking, our thoughts, our feelings. It all gets to be here, one holistic approach. The whole body strong here, inner and outer. Here for self-care. Let's separate the hands, tuck the back toes, and lift the knee coming up into low lunge. Feeling the strength in our legs. Just to check in with that strength a bit more, let's hover the hands over the earth. The knees stacked over the ankle, the core holds us here. Just hovering. Keep the arms down or reach them forward. Trying to just stay slightly lifted from that leg. And slowly rising up, high lunge. Extension, expansion, and strength. Maybe gliding the thumbs back a bit more to feel opening through the chest and shoulders. Breathe. Bring the arms out into a T and drop the back heel like warrior one. Let's find eagle arms. So the left arm will go underneath the right. You can take that V shape we did earlier, backs of hands, or take the bind. Eagle arms facing your front, bent knee. Inhale and lift. Let the elbows come as high as they will. Exhale, squeeze the armpits and then follow like a humble warrior. Inhale, lift. Elbows come up high. Exhale, lower. Notice what you're feeling here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open the arms up again, warrior one. And let the hands touch the floor. Back foot meets the front foot. Take out your knees. Exhale, draping down. Feeling the strength in the left foot, press down, right foot steps back, dropping the knee. And let's come into that lizard pose. So hands on the inside of the left foot. The left knee can drop open, protecting the knee. And you can stay up high, lower onto a block or the floor. Take a moment here to just check in with your hip, your body, your breath, your energy, any thoughts, any feelings. Just bringing the whole self here, noticing strength. Bringing ourselves up, let's separate the hands. Tucking the back toes, lift the knee. And then finding the core that will allow us to hover. So hands hovering over the earth, we're slightly higher than the thigh, feeling our strength. Sometimes we come to this pose and our intention is really flexibility, stretch. Notice any difference in the way you show up to a focus on strength. Shape is the same. Let's reach the arms forward and up. Thumbs reaching back. So now we have both strength and flexibility. Noticing breath. Noticing energy. The arms open out into a T, dropping the back heel, eagle arms, right arm crosses under the left. Take any of those variations. And let's begin moving with breath. On the inhale, the elbows lift. Exhale, squeezing the armpits, lowering down like humble warrior. This is considered a cleansing kriya or action. Think of helping your lymphatic system move, lymphatic fluid. So squeezing the armpits, squeezing at the hip joint, moving the toxins, this dynamic healing process. Continuous flow. The next time we come up, let's reach the arms high, warrior one. And exhale, lowering the hands to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. Your choice, stay here or flow through vinyasa. Feeling your strength. Let's take the right leg high, bend the knee, open up through the hip. Feeling that stretch in the hip flexor, the strength in your hands, the strength of your core. As we come through, let's exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, open the hip again. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Lift and knee to elbow, setting the foot on the floor, dropping our back heel. Let's come around into warrior two. It's widening the stance. I'm going to take another look at arms here. So coming into reverse warrior, let's find cow's face arms. So the left arm comes from behind, the right hand comes from the top. So the hands coming behind you like this. If they don't quite touch, it's okay. You're also welcome to grab a strap. Make your arms a little longer. Let's move side body with this bind. So inhaling toward our back leg, our left leg, elbow high. Exhaling to touch the elbow toward the front knee. Kind of interrupting patterns in our body here. We're used to doing this a different way. Our brain, our plastic brain loves change. So giving our body and our mind a chance to do something a little different. Strong feet, strong legs, strong core. Inhale, reverse warrior. Let the arms go. One hand down, one hand up. Reach, breathe, expand, and feel. Beautiful. Windmill over the legs, fingertips on the floor. Let the back leg lift into a standing split. Feeling the right foot rooting down into the earth. The left leg lifting tall. Deep, full breaths. And returning to a downward facing dog. You can stay here or take a vinyasa. When you're ready, second side. Left leg comes up, open the hip. Deep breath. Exhale, cross the body. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. And set that foot down, dropping the back heel. Windmill around, warrior two. And let's take cow's face on the second side. Left arm up, right arm comes from underneath, and we'll begin that action. Inhale, elbow to ceiling. Exhale, elbow to knee. Moving with your breath. Even slight changes like this are helping us just interrupt the places where we get stuck, the patterns in our body, the patterns of thinking, making new neural pathways. Change is good. The next time we come to reverse warrior, let's expand all the way up. Deep breath, big exhale. And then we'll windmill the hands to the earth. Let's come to that standing split. Notice body, notice breath, notice energy, notice thoughts. All gets to be here. We'll lower the leg and step back one more time into downward facing dog. You can stay or flow. Shifting forward into plank pose. I'm going to open into Vashisthasana or side plank. Option one is to drop a knee and open to the side here on a knee. Option two is to stack your feet, put the wrist right under the shoulder and open here. Another fun variation is called fallen tree. Feel your strength, inner and outer, holding you here. Deep breath in, everybody. Exhale, come forward, drop the knees. Since the right knee, or if you were on the right hand, I think I gave choice. The hand that you were on scoops underneath into thread the needle. So we're coming onto the back of the shoulder, reaching that top arm long. Deep breaths. Awareness here. This yoga path that you are on has brought you right here. So notice what's here. Body, breath, energy, thoughts, feelings. Right here. Coming back up, planting the hands underneath us, plank pose. And we'll take that side plank on the other side. So again, you can drop a knee or you can stack the feet, opening into side plank. And maybe your practice invites you to fallen tree. Just find your balance here, your way of balancing. And returning to center. Thread the needle. The hand that you are on gets to scoop underneath now, coming onto the back shoulder. Checking in again with your inner world, this inner strength, the center of you that the breath swirls around, the center of you that your body twists and moves around. Find that place of harmony. Let's release back to center and sweep our legs around into a seated position. We'll take a little different twist today. So we're going to come into a figure 4. Let's start with the right ankle on the left knee, flexing the foot, and we'll sit as tall as we can here. So you might scooch your bottom foot a little closer to you. Use your hands to press your chest a little closer to the thighs. Take a few deep breaths in this nice around the hip opener. Take another deep breath, getting even taller. And as you exhale, slowly straighten the left leg. Let the foot stay above the knee. So we're in this figure 4. If that hurts your knee, you might want to put something under your knee if that feels like it's kind of hyperextending. We're going to use this figure 4 for a twist. So bringing our left arm across to the outside of that right knee, right arm behind us. Inhale tall, exhale twist. The strength of your body rooted to the floor. The strength of your core muscles twisting you around your center. Your inner strength. Your ability to face change. Your ability to step into spaces of growth. Your ability to stand strong in a world that is challenging. Your strength. Let's go ahead and come back to center and we'll just cradle the baby. This is kind of delicious. One hand on the ankle, one hand on the knee, or you could use your elbows. Face this way. And then I like to kind of get over on that hip and roll. The hip of the bent knee, I kind of like to just get over there and roll it out a little bit. Like you've got a tennis ball or something under your hip. Give it a little bit of love. And then place it on the floor. And we'll switch. Left ankle to right knee. Situate yourself so that you can feel a deep stretch in your left hip. Hands maybe a little closer, foot a little closer, spine tall, chest lifted. Your strength, inner and outer. You are an agent of change. Breathe into that center, your core. Take a deep breath, lifting the chest a little higher. And on the exhale, extending the leg. Reaching the right arm across for a twist, left arm behind. Protect that straight leg knee by putting a blanket or a pillow underneath it if it feels any strain. Sitting tall, twisting deep. As you twist around your center, this place within, is there any call to action? Deep at your core is your strength being pulled, being called for. Breathe. Feel. Easing back into center for cradle the baby. Hands on ankle and knee or elbows. And then let's just massage that left hip. Rolling out around the edge and into the back of your left glute. Nice little treat. And let's release to the earth, lowering down onto our backs. And do a little back bending sequence here. If you have a block or a bolster, let's grab that, have that handy. So coming up first into a gentle bridge and sliding something under your hips. It could be a firm pillow, a rolled up blanket, even a sweatshirt, just a little lift of the hips. Block works perfectly. And then let's explore here, extending one leg. See how that feels. You might need to reposition the prop. Just a passive stretch across the left hip flexor. Bring that knee back up and switch. And then see about both. If that creates strain in your lower back, choose either one leg straight or both bent. Let's take a moment here to draw the shoulder blades underneath and just feel expansion across the front of the whole body. Just adapting to this new environment, this new shape. Making any adjustments you need to so this pose feels comfortable and safe. Deepening breath. If this feels like heaven to you and your body is enjoying this, stay here. If you'd like to take the hips a bit higher, bend your knees and lift up into more of an active bridge. Your hands can rest on the floor, or you could move that prop and interlace your fingers, creating more expansion across the shoulders and chest. Let's exaggerate a few breaths here. And for those of you that have wheel pose in your practice, you're welcome to put your hands by your ears and press all the way up into wheel pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Releasing your hands to the earth. Slowly drawing the knees in toward your upper body and giving yourself a nice little massage here on the earth. Move in big circles or oval shapes, getting to the outer edges of your hips. See if you can feel your kidneys, your waistband moving across the floor. Feel the bottom of your rib cage on the floor, the sides of your rib cage, each shoulder blade separately, and maybe even the outer shoulders. Let's extend the legs straight up to the ceiling, legs up the wall, arms at your sides. The deepest, slowest breath of this whole practice right here. Starting to notice that place of pause between the breaths. So let's inhale and pause. And slowly exhale and pause in that emptiness. When you feel ready, slowly bend your knees. Feet hit the floor and slowly extend out into Shavasana. Taking time to find any props to put underneath you or over you. Maybe placing something over your eyes. Coming into this now, this moment of presence, stillness. When your mind wanders, as minds do, bring it back to breath. Give your mind something to follow, to focus on, to pay attention to. The easiest is one simple breath. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. Starting to stretch your body, move to one side. There's no rush. Move at your own pace. When you're ready, bring yourself back to a seat. When you arrive on your cushion or your mat, take your hands at the top of your thighs and press down. Press yourself down into the earth, like you're just kind of molding your body into clay below you. Just press your feet, your ankles, your legs. And from that grounded place, sit tall. Find a seat of dignity, chest lifted, chin up, shoulders back. Allow your hands to come together in front of your heart. And take another moment here to feel your strength, your physical body, your strength, the muscles, the bones, the joints that do all the things. Take a moment to acknowledge your inner strength, your fortitude, your determination, your voice, your impact in the world. I'll leave you today with a Jewish proverb. Don't ask for a lighter burden, ask for broader shoulders. Maybe move into this day with the strength that we need to meet anything that comes our way. And may we meet it from the eyes of a yogi with inner strength. Namaste.